878 and welcome back to a new update video. In this update video, I'm going to be showing off these new fancy looking chips. Real nice stuff if any of you love creating. Hello, my name is Zombie878 and welcome back to a new update video where I'll be going over some of these fancy new chips that if any of you love creating, you're just going to love all these chips. So let's get started. First, we're going to go over some new things they did to the animation controller. So one, they added animation set frame. I'm sorry. They added animation set timestamp. This will set the timestamp of the animation. Animation get timestamp. Animation get frame. And the animation set frame, what did they say about it? They said it now generates the correct amount of network heat and no longer scales its frame index with animation speed. So if any of you think that's useful, there you go. And they also made it so now the animation controller can be connected to the Rec Room object reset and it will go back to the starting frame. Plus, they added the speed variable in here. If you notice, they didn't have that here before, so now you can set the speed of the animation. And they also made it so besides the 49 frames, you can have 100 frames. So, yeah, good luck trying to find your specific frame in this mess of literally straight up black line. But anyway, let's go on to some new stuff that is exciting. We got the request velocity set over duration. What this is it's like the set velocity chip, but it is a lot better than all the other velocity chips. So basically, this has a duration, and whatever is hooked up to here, whether it's a player or rec room object, when you send the execute value to here, it is going to set the velocity for that duration. So if I got this set to 3 seconds, it's going to set the velocity to wherever whatever velocity direction I send it. So it's either going to stop based on when the duration ends, either when someone else clicks on this, then the duration stops, or I think it has something to do with a 40 player. Wait a second. Yeah, so if it is implied to a different person or object, or the input object changes, whichever is sooner. So there you go. You got your velocity chip now. Now let's get into the interesting stuff. We have the collision. Oh, wait a second. We have the collision detection volume. And this is like the trigger volume, except it detects stuff faster. And honestly, it has all this collision and impulse stuff on it. So I think this is pretty useful. If you go into the collision detection volume, you have detect when stationary. You probably want to have that on because currently right now, I mean, well, you see the problem. I'm not stationary, but it's not really doing anything. I don't know. So I have stationary on. You have tags to ignore. You have run only for a 40, which is good for optimizing performance. Only true for the 40 player. You have spawn impact on details. If you're on low graphics, it's not going to show up, which is probably everyone on Quest 2. Let's be honest. Row filter enabled, and that is basically everything in here. Let's go over some of these. So you have the impulsing player over here. It's going to say invalid player at the start. You can change that to local player so it affects everybody who goes into it. Next, you have enable and disable. So you can disable this, which I honestly like this because it's always a pain when you put down a trigger volume and then people join your game, or maybe you accidentally touch one and something happens and you got to reset the room. This way, you can go ahead and disable it, and basically nothing will happen until you re-enable it. So I will definitely be using that in my rooms. And here, when you enable it, it's going to go ahead and add a impulse to the player, impulse velocity. You also hear that sound effect. It also does this to objects. The maker pen counts as an object, so if I throw it at it, well, if I throw this at it, you'll see that the basketball, I don't know, does that. Anyway, here you got the outputs, enable, disable. You have on player hit, on object hit. You have on other hit, which I think is if you have roll filter enabled or something else. I don't exactly know what they mean when they say other. You have on any hit, which executes if anything is hit with the collider velocity and the collision date on all these. So there you go. And last but not least, oh well, we do have this. Let me go over this first because this is really interesting. So this is the new swing handle. This is what is used with Bonky's hammer on Make It to Midnight. So as you can see, it makes a swinging noise when you swing it. Play handle haptics, which I guess it will play haptics in your controller. If you go into the swing handle, you're going to see the animation set screen. So you can set the animation to any of the weapons in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do fish. Next, we have the supports charge swing, so that's for screen. You have the VR swing detection speed, which is how fast you have to swing it. So if you gotta swing it really fast, let's set this all the way to 10. You gotta really put your shoulder into it. Honestly, this is probably really bad. You don't want to do that. And one is like breathing in the wind. Don't have to do nothing. And there you go. You got your swing handle. You got the haptics over here. Let me go ahead and connect this to the button. Press the button. I'm guessing that is for something because I'm not getting no haptics. Next we have the where's the thing? Okay, next we have the on pickup, on release is held, holding player, on swing start, on swing update if it hits something probably, on swing end, and is swinging. And we also have the swing handle, get is swinging. Now the most interesting part of the update, dialogue UI. So this is a way to have basically NPC dialogue. So let's say I have this beautiful character that I keep bringing up right here. Let's bring out our little friend right here. There. Okay, let's not bring out my friend then. Let's just bring out this cardboard cutout. Let's say this cardboard cutout is an NPC. You can put this right next to him, and he will basically have anything in the dialogue box. And yeah. So we have dialog UI get title text. This is the title, by the way. I'll show you that later. So if you configure the dialog UI button, you have enabled or disabled, which you can see what it's like if it's disabled. Next, you can change the background color, border color, text color, next arrow color. This is the next arrow right here. So you can have continuous dialogue. You have the title tab enabled, which is right at the top right there. You can change position of the title, which I rather have it in the center, or have it on the left. It's going to start out left by default, by the way. I change it to center. The title text color, billboarding. So what billboarding is basically having the text follow you around so you always know what it says. Let me turn this off. Yeah, like that. Next, we have the offset, billboarding pivot X, Y, and Z offset. You have the speech arrow. Have no idea what the speech arrow is because, oh, the speech arrow is this thing right down here. So I guess it will show that this is talking. So if I place it right here, oh, I guess that's why you wouldn't want to have billboarding on. So let me turn billboarding off, and the speech arrow will point right at the person, and there you go. You have the speech arrow position, bottom left, bottom right. So you don't exactly, so if you have someone else talking from somewhere, you don't exactly need it right there. You have the animated text. Have no idea what that is. You got animation speed, characters per second. You got opacity. You got the play interaction sound effects, the hover sound effects. So I guess you can have them different sound effects for all that. You can even change the styling of the box. Right now it's classic. If I change the cartoon, you notice that the box changes shape a little bit. Sci-fi and old-timey. And that is all that's in the configure for the dialog UI. Now let's get over to the chip, which is the main thing you're going to be using this for. So of course you got the enable and disable just like always. I'm going to move the button over here so I don't have to keep going back and connecting it. So here you got the enable and disable, click it, disable, and click this, it's enabled again. Here you got the set set title dialog, which is up here. It says the max character is 48, so don't make it more than 48. I'm going to go ahead and connect this because I want to set all this. Next, you have the set body text. You can have 256 maximum characters, and for each of the buttons, you can have max of 512. So now if I go ahead and click on this, you're going to see what I made. And what I made was trivia, basically. So here it says, what is Zombie878's YouTube channel about? New dialogue UI. And basically, if I want to press the next button to see the next question, I can actually connect this here, and it's going to play this convenient sound effect that I have. You see, you don't need to actually click the arrow. You can click over here. Amazing! And if that's not the right answer, you can go ahead and change that. And now if I click on any of these, maybe I can have something connected to this, like maybe if you choose the wrong answer, it will take away life or something. And then if you choose the right answer, it will do that, and it will go to like another set of dialogue, like I don't know. Let me go ahead and did I copy that? Let's say I go ahead and I don't know why I'm getting errors. You know what? Never mind. I keep getting errors. That's stupid. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.